Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yo, let me know if this shit is skipping. I think it might be a little choppy. I'm not too sure. I see hella people dropped off all at one time. That's usually what that means. My stream is choppy. So let me know if it's chopping too hard. What's up, y'all? This your boy Crypto Bro, aka More World Peace the DJ / producer, coming back again with another one of these videos. Another one of these. We finally sitting down again. It's time to lock in. As Rolando's been saying, it's time to lock in, clock in, do whatever you need to do. It's getting really, really spicy now. Today is July 14th, Monday. We one day away from the middle of month. Finito, finished. Summer's pretty much over at this point. Now it's just hot. What up, Forex? Working fine. Thank you. What's up, Lita? What up, T? Law of Fitness. Shout outs to you. If you're on X right now watching this, make sure you hit the heart button. But also visit my profile and come over to the YouTube. That's where the lore lives. The lore lives in YouTube on the chat. It hasn't moved from there. So come through, say what's up. Man, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lower my table because I don't want this. Let's go. All right, there we go. That's more of where I want this to be. Shit. All right. But yeah, man. Today is Monday, July 14th, and everything is going according to plan. I think that's what we're realizing. Hold on, let me adjust this microphone too. As you can see, I'm with the sitting down. I haven't streamed yet, so I don't know what it's like. Yeah, man, what's up, yo? This your boy Crypto Bro. What I do is I talk about XEND and his relationship to the overall market. But currently, XEND is being dormant. All right, they're putting XEND on ice. I don't know who they are, but they know who they are. They're putting XEND on ice. They're letting it get more frozen. I thought it was defrosting, but I guess we're putting it back into the freezer. And it makes a lot of sense if you understand how the minting formula works. So usually I'm talking about XEND and its relationship to the overall markets. But today we're going to talk about meme coins. And the reason why is because XEND, again, is a utility coin, right? It's a powerhouse utility coin that's hyperinflating for 8 years. And there's still potential hyperinflation, but realistically what we're learning from some of these other chains, and we can get nerdy about this shit, but what we've learned from the minting formula is there are superior chains just based on that, like how you can manipulate it essentially. So yeah, ETH, XEND, it's gonna win. It rhymes, but it does have the AMP that needs to tick to 1. That's in 2029. Right, so get you some XEND, right? Get you some XEND, however you're gonna get it. That's how we've been talking about for over 2.5 years now. However you're gonna get some XEND, get that shit. All right, that's the game. Get some XEND because it's gonna be burned for X1 chain. But until it's announced for that, it's gonna be on discount because that's the consensus, right? Whoever is the market leaders, they got the control of the chart. We know this. Actually, let's roll into that real quick. Because the mainstream market's cracking. I don't need to go and celebrate $120,000 Bitcoin. Yippity dippity doo. We knew that shit was gonna happen. I'm still tripping at the fact that we called the 50K Bitcoin back in August of 23, right? August 23, this is why, again, I've been detached from the real matrix of Bitcoin and these people on this side of the team, whatever the fuck, for a long time, because XEND came out here in 22, and then that was the bottom in Bitcoin. It was $15,000. Bitcoin was 15,000. So I was already like in Bitcoin. Like I was like, dude, I'm fucking over EVM. That's why, again, I think personally EVM is classic, right? I'm still surprised they shelving. Oh shit, the music. You're right. You are right, Lita. Fucking shit. Damn. Iced out the whole gang. We got that quick. We clipped that quick. What's up, Tekken? We clipped that quick. See, one day maybe I'll be able to like have an urban stream, the Urban Crypto Network. You go over here for the slang and the bangs. I don't know. It's like everything is just ghetto, but eventually it gets tuned, and then the message is loud and vibrant. Typical crypto bruh fucking stream, bro. Shout outs to you, yo. If you're new, brand new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're watching this on the flip, my flipskis, make sure you leave a comment. Throw a skull downstairs in the comments if you're a DGN. But yeah, so like, yeah, we know the history of Bitcoin. You've been here for a long time. We called it. Everybody called it. If you were here, because you were fed up with fucking Ethereum. You didn't know what the fuck that was. And the EVM 2.0, it was a 50-50. It's always been a 50-50. So when everybody moved back into Bitcoin, again, people are massively up right now because most of the buy in the Bitcoin narrative, again, was here because there was nothing left. It was Solana, Ethereum, Ripple, and then maybe some Bitcoins at $15,000. Like, you ask yourself in 2022, what the fuck you was gonna buy at $120,000 Bitcoin right now, bro? Like, again, Bitcoin won. So I'm happy as fuck about my Bitcoin experience. I'm mad I wasted some Bitcoins on ordinals. So I am there with the boomers. And maybe that's why I'm not so attached to ordinals, because I've wasted Satoshis. And, if you haven't heard Unistat, actually, just for anybody out there that is a ordinal motherfucker, Unistat introduced a way for you to reverse engineer the Satoshi, so you can get you can like spend the Satoshis that have JPEGs inscribed on them. I'm not logged in, but yeah, so like that's kind of cool. I'm glad that they did that. Excuse me. I'm glad that they did that because yeah, that's cool. But you see, like, where I'm at with the whole Bitcoin thing in 2025 is they're building now. They're really trying to build a layer inside of Bitcoin that's similar to our DeFi experience, right? And again, this is your boy Crypto Bro. I'm gonna keep fucking throwing asteroids and stars all over this stream right now because I'm fucking advanced, bro. We moving Ferrari speed on this channel. Like I just said, if you would have been here, you could have bought Bitcoin at 15,000 because I was streaming in this moment. I started streaming every day in February 2023, and I watched it go like this, bro. That's why it was like, oh, August 23 when it pulled back, and everybody was like, oh, Bitcoin's going to $6,000 or some dumbass number. I was like, bro, we're not going back to fiat. We're going to 50K, if anything. That's where the next dribble is. And actually, that's where, again, the most buy pressure was, because it's psychological at that point. And we're still in this same movement. We're in a psychological move because crypto is basically transcending finance, as it should. Finance sucks right now. It's boring. Everybody's broke. We need something that can transcend the people. And it's going to be Bitcoin. It's trash. We fuck the Bitcoin. You already know it, guys. Big fuck Bitcoin, right? We just here for the blocks. It just so happens to be, you can't really get a Bitcoin block anymore. It costs a lot of money to run a true mining facility. right? And that's, again, the security in Bitcoin is how expensive it is to make it. And it should keep going up in price because demand, human demand plus supply constraints from how difficult it is to make it. That's why some people, they put ridiculous numbers on it. But I think a lot of things have to happen for it to just keep going. So expect pullbacks, right? Like this, you're in euphoria. 4 months in a row, Bitcoin's just been going north, right? Last time we experienced this again was when we decided to go all the way to, all-time highs, because I was breaking past 73, right? So it was like, oh, we're going back to 73 for sure here. And that's the same thing here. Everyone's trying to discover, like, what is the next level in Bitcoin history, which no one knows, right? I think looking at Bitcoin before we start looking at DGen, because you got to also remember this. If you're coming into DGen, bro, you're coming into a project that has classic crypto heads in it, all right? These were real Xenians, some of the realest ones. Some of the realest Xenians, bro. They done everything. I've seen them every time something new comes out, they're at the bottom of it. These are the real Xenians, bro. They're in the chat right now. Shout out to them. What's up, Rolando? Butt Hex. What up, Dink? Oh, we got Greg in the house. Slang and bang is wild work. Shit. Fucking pause it up. It is like that, though. I don't know, man. We're going to have an urban network for this shit. We got to. There's too many robotic. Oh, now, y'all, I used to make this joke that, like, every time you wanted to get some important information on YouTube before GPT, you fucking hit the button and it'd be a British voice. I used to hate that shit. I'm so happy GPT exists now. Man, I used to hate hitting a video on YouTube and it'd be like, no offense, because I got a worldwide audience. So shout out to the world. But y'all know what the fuck it is, bro. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I'm from America. I wants to hear some slizzang. I want to hear some songs that bizang. What up, Patoshi? How's it going? Patoshi with the fire emojis. That guy's also very Xenian. He's every fucking where. I don't even know who that guy is. He's every fucking where, dude. And this is what I'm saying. So, like, in DGen, that's why DGen's easy. Because you got a bunch of OG crypto heads inside of it at the bottom. And the last thing they want is for not full send, because we have a meme coin. We haven't had a meme coin in actual Zen ever really, where everybody's putting on the hat, where they're like, all right, fuck it, man, we memeing it up. Usually we're like separated because everyone has different taste, and we haven't. And that's kind of why, again, I'm like, oh man, I wish more people want to be a vampire, right? We have emoji vampire, but some people don't want that. Like, they want to be a skull, right? Well, there's still some people that want to be a cat, right? And that's what memes are about. And the psychological depth that you can bring to the meme to extend its essential, like, awareness, like the essential awareness. That's all people want, man. They just want to be aware a meme exists. So again, DGen is complex on the floor level because you have a lot of Xenians down there and they know what to do. So they might take that bitch to a all new whatever. And when you look at Bitcoin, you have the same characteristics where the classic individuals from back here, if they're down for the future, the price should just keep going up because no one's trying to sell or extract. And it's almost like they have to, because Bitcoin doesn't have too many flips left. Right now it's becoming a percentage flip. That ain't fun. 2% a year? Yuck. Sounds like you gotta be rich. 2% a year? 4% a year. Like, they about to be boosting the fuck out of these boomers. They're gonna be hyped as shit. They be like, damn, I'm about to get 50 cents a year. Sign me up. Yo, you better get into memes. That's what I'm saying. This is a quick crash course on how to find DGen style memes, because it starts with understanding the mainstream, right? That's why Zen is easy, because Zen is Bitcoin, but faster and stronger. Zen is Ethereum. I can't say faster, but it is stronger than it, damn it. Fucking stronger than ETH. But ETH will rise. ETH will rise. We got the 3-3 on ETH. It's over here trying to summon a demon. The only way it could go up. I'm fucking being a hater. But yeah, we shout out to Ethereum. It's doing its thing. You see it's treading water sideways. We're looking at it at the monthly. It's trying to figure it out as well. It's a really good safe play. But if you hear what I'm talking about with Bitcoin, Bitcoin is turning into a percentage gainer. It's not X's. It's not a flip. It's not that. We will advertise it like that because it does have ordinals, right? So again, that's what I'm saying. Knowing it has ordinals, knowing people want to build on Bitcoin so that they can kind of, again, group together that group, because it's money, man. There's money over in Bitcoin, right? DeFi Llama's been started tracking this shit. DeFi Llama's like saying there's billions over there already. And I expect it to pick up because, again, it's Bitcoin. People are going to start here, right? They're going to start here. There's going to be and this is the real crypto motherfucker. I'm not talking about the guy who wants the percentages. That's why it's no fun, because it's like, we know that's where it's headed. But inside of Bitcoin, if you go to ordinals, that's where people going to start. That's where they're going to lose. You know what I'm saying? They're going to bring $1,000 worth of Satoshis into that environment and try to turn that 1,000 into 2,000, right? Because that's what crypto was invented for, essentially, too. Because, again, pseudo-anonymous peer-to-peer transactions and free market value is 100% like a root inside of crypto. Like, if it doesn't really have that, is it crypto? You know, and that's why, again, Bitcoin's going to keep winning, because there's always going to be a free market belief that this group or whatever the fuck you guys are, I don't know. I think Bitcoin's done with Xing. So again, go get into ordinals. That's the fucking alpha. Like, yo, go find ordinals. Go in there and figure that shit out. It's hella deep. It's hella clunky. It's like going into Windows 98. Shit. In this era, they're trying to mask it like it's Web 3. But again, the problem is the 10-minute blocks. So this number I will expect to keep growing, because I think people will leave Ethereum, and a lot of these other chains, they'll consolidate back into Bitcoin by like using ordinals and things like that. And that's why, like, I'm bullish on Solana, because it's chosen for the technology. And, you know, like, it's already surpassed Ethereum for this ideology, and people know that Ethereum's next step is to become a Bitcoin, whereas Bitcoin is trying to become an Ethereum. Like, it's all fucking crazy right now. Which is good for the space, because look at these narratives. Like, there's so many narratives. So I'm not bearish at all on this market. I think getting into anything is going to be profitable. But this is the part, again, where what are you getting yourself into? How much research are you doing? And what are going to be the sectors inside of the industry, right? So layer one, Bitcoin, this is an infrastructure sector. Infrastructure sector is needed, right? You can't have a blockchain without nodes, right? That's just the way that blockchains are built. You have nodes, they communicate, you pay transaction fee, it goes to them, they push your shit through, you make $1,000. It's as simple as that, right? So you need infra. That's been the ongoing argument in elite crypto, right? That's where a lot of these Xenians come from for DGen. They're coming from the infra sector. They understand how hard it is to build a chain, so they're having fun with tokens, because that's not as hard. What is hard is building what they call MVP, most valuable product. A lot of people don't know how to build MVPs, especially in crypto. There's a lot of cloning. I'll clone, your MVP, but there's not too many people who know how to build these things. And that's where DGen, again, it's stepping in, where it's like, it's a meme until it's not. and why again I think it attracts infrastructure sector players. Versus, and you know, it has that dual connection. I mean, it is that essentially, right? You know, you have DGN, you can launch meme coins on both Solana and X1, which is a new infrastructure layer 1 coming out sometime, hopefully in the next few months. We'll figure it out. We'll see if it gets delayed until 26 or whatever. But again, I think again, it's coming out at the right time. We're in the middle of whatever this bull market is the very beginning. So any play you get into will be successful. How much you get on that play is what everyone is sharking for, right? And this is why I'm still adding up this big narrative of why DGen style meme coins are what you should be trying to dig your hands into, because these are the ones that will have the rip potential because they have a product at the end of the tunnel, right? There'll be a lot of meme coins that are just groups of friends pumping and dumping. But there will be these anomaly utility memes that are trying to sneak in because that's the best way essentially for a developer to fund themselves. Instead of going out and finding, you know, a grant. Because grant work is trash. It's actually kind of nepo when you really think about it. Because who are these people at these hackathons? They're not like influential people in the actual space, you know, like they're not like signing commits like Jack Levin and shit. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Like there's still a level of like you gotta be a certain person to tap into that specific level of intelligence. I think of. Yeah, Jack has made Solana 100% better since he's put his thinking cap on top of it. And that's why, yeah, again, the layer 1 conversation, it is not hard. Just pick up any of them and win. Right? Pick up any of these layer 1s, because that's what you see on the top. All of these are layer 1s. Right? You got BNB. Tether is not a layer 1, but it's a RWA. Now that's what they call the stable coins. So you got RWAs like Tether, USDC stables, but then all these other ones are blockchains, layer 1s, like Doge Chain. It's a meme coin layer 1 that anyone can do it, and it's got like a legacy mind share. That's how I think of Doge too. That's why like Doge has an ETF, because it's going to be an easy thing to sell to people. And who knows, maybe they're going to sell it to children. I don't fucking know. But that's kind of where I'm thinking of it. Like there's no other place for Doge to live besides in autism land. So it's either going to be shilled to children or it's going to fizzle out. And that's why, again, I don't know if Doge answers the meme question. And if you're really deep in Doge, like do your thing. But the future of memes is going to be inside of a layer 1, right? That's why a lot of these layer 1s haven't performed. So we've gotten to this stage in the game, essentially, where you can see which coins have the highest transactions, right? And we know Solana is leading in the highest transactions. A simple search would show you that. Solana leading in transactions. Let's see. When this story come out? Oh, it's 24. That's just 24. I mean, Solana's been leading in transactions on all accounts for like the longest time. Forbes. Forbes. Man, the news here sucks. You can't just type in Solana leading in transactions and something pop up. Whatever. We know it. We are on it. Doge is the first meme in history. What's up, Face? That's what I mean. People love it. What up, Johnny? What up, Xenthusiast? What it do, y'all? DGN Skull NFT floor 0.7 sold. Not too shabby. It only go up from here. Top holders have 60 DGN Skull NFTs. Damn, that's actually kind of crazy because like if the top holders are, that's usually who's doing it. Like here's the skulls right here. There's actually some really good ones, bro. The skulls are doing really good. That's what I mean. Everything's doing really good because the formula is there. What I'm talking about is there. We have all of the infra builders at the bottom of DGen. So it's gonna become it's a meme until it's not, because it's the way you Trojan horse the vibe into the ether, because people want to party, they want to have fun, they don't want to walk in and know it's a job site already. I'm on site, bro. We on site. Well, I'm saying I got the vest on. We on site. Here's the hard hat. You know, not everybody want to be at the job site. Some people just want to have fun and doom scroll. You know, that's also a reality, and that's what I think about with the meme section of it all. Hyperliquid is number 11, and that's what I'm saying. Hyperliquid is part of this new era coming into existence currently, where you have again layer ones, but it's a meme. Like Hyperliquid is a meme for preps or leverage, like trading. But the thing is people want to believe in it because they want it to be a product, because it is a product. And that's why it took a second even for me to like stop the hype, because I knew I see how their marketing was. They labeled hype as a meme and targeted all the SVM bros. And the SVM bros took Hyperliquid to a whole new level, because it's not every day that SVM bros get an infra token in the meme space. Right? This is rare. So you got a lot of, again, meme infra holders at these bottoms that are, allowing the coin to grow because they know what these things do. The thing though about Hyperliquid again is Hyperliquid, so it's got to keep going. And people now, they're getting a lot of funding, so we'll see where it goes with Hyperliquid. That's actually a really good coin to pick up if you're trying to get into crypto and get a banger for the future. Hyperliquid, I think, is going to be one of those new blockchain coins in the top 10 going into the future, right? Same with like Sui. I'm not a fan of Sui because I see what they're doing, because again, we're coming out with X1 chain, our layer one, the one that I've invested most of my time into. It doesn't exist yet. All right, it's not on the billboard, it's not on CoinMarketCap, it's still behind the scenes. You got to go to x1.xyz to see this one, right? 393 current validators online. So it's on testnet. And that's why and that's why, again, some of the builders, or one of the main builders who's building the DEX for X1 chain, his name's Jason. I like his vision because he came out with a DGen platform, or like a pump fund launch pad. So this launch pad is attached to the DEX, and that's why I'm like, man, like there's so many layers to try to get your product to the people, because you're trying to like nurture this ideology that you're gonna deliver, but you need people to also come to what they call like a subconscious consensus, right? We all have to communicate together that we intentionally know what's gonna happen here without fumbling. And that's why I think, again, we've got something that's epic, because we're still at the lows in DGen. It's not above 1 million. It's definitely not at 10 million, and it's nowhere near 1 billion. So the floor is gonna keep growing, in my opinion, if people understand that this is a meme, and you just put them away, right? You could provide liquidity if you wanted to. There's a lot of different liquidity pools happening right now. with DGen, as you can see here. This is on Radium. I do wish we had more liquidity in the concentrated pool. I like concentrated liquidity pools more than the standard liquidity pool, because you get your daily fees, so the fees are extractable, right? When you have like the standard pools, the fees really only benefit, you know, the people with the biggest weight. So that's my only thing. I don't like the standard pool. I'm waiting for heavier concentration. When more people start to get into these concentrated DGen sold, then I'll know, like, oh, people are starting to tap in. They're starting to understand, and this is a safe play. But like right now, nobody understands. Right? Whatever's happening is happening. Whoever's setting up these pools, they're epic. So there are some pools out there. There are some crazy APRs out there. DGen wallet coming soon, says Rolando. That'd be kind of crazy, bro. I'd be up on that. But yeah, so like there's all these liquidity pools. You can find these on Radium. Actually, if you're in the YouTube chat, I'll fucking throw you a bone. There's a link right there. The quickest. Yeah, go check out the Radium pools. And this is where I'm at with it. Like DGen has like all the right ingredients. Now what it needs is volume, but we don't have volume because we have a bunch of infra bros, and infra bros are trash in that regard, because they just hold coins. They just fucking hold coins, right? They don't know how to trade, right? I'm not a trader. I've been in the game so long, I know how to read charts. But yeah, infra bros, they just hold. And you know, as long as there's something worth holding, they'll keep holding. As long as the dips keep dipping, they'll keep buying the dip and holding, right? They'll follow the trend and, you know, make it their friend. But yeah, we need to increase the volume on DGen. One of the things that might be happening again is that you have DGen as an NFT project as well, because the NFTs are yield binding, right? You'll be able to stake your NFT, and when the DGen platform releases, you'll be able to yield Solana and XENT from people creating tokens and trading tokens on the DGen platform. So this has its own little mini market as well, because maybe, and this is what is awesome. Again, we have a lot of subconscious communication going on because it's DGen and Xenian vibes, right? I keep saying the infra guys are what you want in your project. You want us. And it's sad when not everybody sees what we've built in Zen, because they're still chasing some other carrot. Like, I don't know what carrot they're chasing, but it's taking too long. Like, now this is starting to feel like Bitcoin. I'm like, all right, this is taking too long. You can't get everybody to rally behind this shit. So just get some and just throw it into the future, bro. 1,000 days. Who gives a fuck anymore? Because like obviously this is gonna be for everyone. So yeah, if you're not buying it and it goes up, that's on you. Just like Bitcoin, right? And we love Zen for that. Its minting formula is its purest state, right? But even OP Zen dumping over the weekend, I'm like, man, see, this is why this is why you cannot think that there aren't people still saying to themselves they don't believe in this project. So you're like, again, you shouldn't be buying OPs in to trade it. You should still be buying this to just put it away, stake it, you know, DCA. But this just turned bearish with that sell right there. That like really killed momentum. So I'm like, man, we still in the fucking limbo. Because again, where is the special zone in OPs in? December. So it can go down all the way until December. Like if it loses attraction, and that's why I'm saying, stop buying this shit, bro. Let it die. let this die. Like let it just RIP. If you want to buy some and stake it until the 9th of December. Right? Because the thing again is you're going up head to head with everybody. Look at CBZen, right? CBZN was getting shitted on, and then it roared for a little bit because of some tiny buys. Again, like, it's not going to take a lot of money to pump this right now. $500. CBZN's getting slapped up. This thing is a brokey town, but it's ready to rock whenever X1's announced, right? So that's the 50-50 on CBZN right now. But this is where, again, the DGen has been born, because people understand, like myself, how Zen works when it comes to utility infra. We get it. It's going to be burned for X1 chain. We're in a great position. We have made other utility projects like mintzen.com, like burnzen.com. Hopefully soon claimzen.com. But claimzen.com shows you again how shitty EVM is. It's just the indexing. The indexing is what's a pain in the ass in EVM. It's not really built for that. It's not really built for fetch and receive, which is fine. You know, I mean, again, everyone's going to be on ordinals where the fetch and receive is in fucking 10 minutes, right? They're not going to care that the fetch and receive for 12 seconds on Ethereum might be centralized in a sense where, like, even down to how you can get info into the block. Like, honestly, I think, like, if Zen, here's some doomsday shit for Zen, and why it's going to be so important to burn for X1 chain. But, like, the doomsday event for Zen is the people at the tail end of it. And, like, if we got so popular by demand, the fucking block producers would probably juice all the new people, because we don't control them like we do on X1 chain, or like on Solana, where it's not like that. Like, it's not about front running anyone to get anything. Like, you could just MEV all day, right? You can just extract from every transaction. Like, you don't need to go and like get on a community, right? Some of, like, what happened with Solzen, right? Judo on Solana kicked us off because we were taking up too much of their bandwidth. They wanted other fees. They didn't care about our fees because our fees were Dollar General. We were trying to bid the bottom. Right? That's what Zen's all about. Get the lowest transaction possible. Right? We're on chain. I don't know what this is, but yeah, we're here. And again, it doesn't fit some people's business model. It's gonna look really good on X1 chain with the dynamic fees. That's for sure. But on Ethereum, again, like, the claimzen.com is teaching us there's not everyone could claim at the same time too, bro. What the fuck are we doing? Like, if we all try to claim 1,000 mints at the same time, we're in the world's biggest gas war. And then that's why I'm like, yo, if Zen really blew up and you had a party of 700 and everybody had 100 to 1,000 mints due on the same day because we figured out how to do it. Like, again, we're stacking mints throughout the year, and it's like throwing a dart on a board. So we haven't yet hit the day where everybody's mint lands on the same day. We're gonna have this year, in my opinion, on February or December, because now everybody knows the day that they want to land on, right? Christmas, because it was the lowest day in gas. But just because it's the lowest day in gas doesn't mean that all the other Zenians won't be your competition. So, like, I'm imagining the ignorance of this understanding to evolve and morph beyond existence. And one day there will be an event where, like, is Zenian versus the block producers, and they'll be winning the hardest, because we'll be hella far away from this crypto bruh like conversation about why EVM is trash and why we shouldn't put legacy there. Right? Zen is supposed to be legacy shit, but it's 100% proven now that, like, we don't control it. Like, we don't control the nodes, so we can't control its legacy. We can only push it as a meme. But I feel it. Like, hopefully, you know, it can turn the other cheek. But I said this 2 months ago. I cannot wait for Zen on X1 chain, because that is the environment it is built for. It's built for computer units, not gas units. See, I'm a nerd, bitch. I fucking like crypto down to the block level. We understand how much it costs to get inside that hoe, right? You want to get in the real VIP club, you got to become a DGen Zenian, right? The bottom of the block is where all of the alpha lives. Straight up. Leader with the alpha with the A. Hey, brother LP Ninja. I wish I could. I wish I could make a pair OPs and DGen. Yeah, but see, like, here's the one thing about liquidity pools, right? You don't want to tie yourself down or anchor yourself down to like something hyperinflating, because like, people just like sell on the other side, and that's what's great about DGen. It doesn't have any inflation, so it is really what can we do here, you know, versus Zen. Again, Zen is forever, but I was just being really critical there about how forever is it. I don't think people think that far into Zen. How forever is it? Because they don't even know where they are. They can't tell you how the G rank, you know, helps you. I think the G rank is high as fuck, and I've been saying that shit. I'm like, dude, you need this to go to 400 million. Like we are optimism. So there's no one left to tell to come to optimism Zen. Right, we're gonna start bringing people into optimism to essentially pump optimism Zen. Like, you feel me? Like, that is the reality of this one. Like, I don't know how easy it is to do it. I've been looking at optimism and I'm still like, man, this one is so hard to pump because someone just pulled the rug. So you know that they're not here with us. Whoever has the most supply, they could give two fucks about you making it out of the slumps. You're in the trenches with them. They're about to throw the bomb and blow up everybody so that they can walk back to camp, right? They're going to throw the bomb in the ditch where everybody is because they're on the surface, and you're going to be like, shit. So this, again, is where the meme spirit is alive and vibrant in today's token culture. So let me bring it all here, right? All of that stuff, that layer one stuff, the utility infra stuff, to say that the meme sector will be the highest grossing sector out of every single crypto one. Like, it'll be the one it's the real retail sector of it all. Retail won't care about buying Bitcoin. They'll put it in their portfolio because somebody told them that it's good to hold 10% of their net worth, or maybe I think we'll get to a point where people are 50-50. Like, they'll have 50% of their net worth in Bitcoin and the other 50% in altcoins. And we'll forever be chiseling at that 50% of Bitcoin, trying to get people to understand that they're like, again, like, it'll be like a forever fight where you got people literally trying to be the hero to get people to spend their Bitcoins on something that will actually gain them some, you know, real bread, you know? So yeah, we're not in that moment yet. People are still building up to that. And that's why I think the market share right now is possible. I do think really good projects can sneak in, and X1, so XNT is the layer one token for X1 chain. Right, that's the SVM fork that the Zen community is bringing to life sometime this year. And DGen is going to be cross-platform. That's why we talk about X1 and DGen together. But again, people will want to, you know, again, they're going to look for the layer one. They're going to look for the XNT because they want something that's going to appreciate like Solana. And then when they hear it has a Bitcoin style community, they might get even more interested in XNT because the clicks are going to be there. The users are already dormant. They're waiting for this blockchain to open up, and they're going to rush into Disneyland full blown trying to buy some ears, right? So DGen being the first established project on X1 chain, is one of the reasons why I'm very bullish on it, right? And why I wanted to make this big connection of this is the style of meme coin you are looking for. You're looking for a meme coin that has relationship to Emperor, whether it's an internal community or the developer themselves are connected to that. So again, there's damn, dude, this person's really trying to get rid of this. That shit is hilarious. This is the I might buy this one. Oh, there is a Mickey Mouse one. Oh shit. Look at Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse ears. Damn, 3 Sol? Oh my god. Do you have it? This is the face though on deck screener. So that's the logo. I'm surprised this person's letting that go. This one I would like make it way more expensive, but that's a jug right there. Shit, steal this from this person. That's literally stealing it, because once it takes off the project, yeah, that's a steal, because you can probably 10x and just sell it for 10. Like we're probably on our road to like 2050 Solana. If you've never been here before, that's why, again, you want to find a DGen skull type project at this stage when people don't know what they're doing and they're just trying to make their money back, or they're just trying to make a profit, right? Like this is the part where, and they're going to facilitate the volume. They're going to facilitate the risk and speculation. You as a speculator can just watch as it goes and try to learn, right? This is actually the best time to learn how to chart, because you can watch a chart go up and see its symptoms, right? Like right now, we know the 21 is an active zone. It does like to pull back there when it finds resistance, right? When it first found resistance, you can see it treaded water until it got to the 21, and then it dipped underneath it. People picked up the bottom, and we got back above it, and now we're still treading to it. So you could definitely be like, oh, maybe DGen will pull back to this 21. I mean, to this 21 on the 4 hour. Right, that's like how you can start understanding trading. You can also understand too, like on the RSI, you can see here, there's a significant gap in between the overbought indicator and where we can be oversold, right? Or at least balance. And we never balanced out officially on DGen. So DGen still needs to balance out where people kind of aggressively sell so that there could be some sort of new price discovery. But again, this is what I mean by like the meme coin, where you want to find one like DGen. People doing that to each other is less likely, because the bottom is infra bros, so they're not player versus player. Most of the player versus player people got out over here, and that's why it's starting to step up, because most of the Jeets are out, and the other Jeets that are here are trying to strategically play their, place their bets. Because why would you have 10 million DGen and sell it at 66K when it's obviously tackling 100K a day, right? That there's something happening here amongst the community that's driving this momentum, right? These are the type of meme coins you want to find. This is being built for you, essentially, because I think DGen platform also has a story here, where if this is successful for them, this is all part of the story. If this is successful for them, one, they got it out of pump fund, which again, we were being really critical about DGen when it first came out, and why this is what it's all about. Coming out of pump fund means now the ticker, or the CA, the contract address has pump in it. So it is OG pump, and I'll always say that it was graduated from pump fund. And pump fund, again, is going to be the flagship launch pad, going into whenever it gets tackled, right? I don't know how you tackle pump fund. I'm just saying that everyone's going for its neck now, because it's the first app, really. There hasn't really been an app. Like I call it like the Candy Crush app. Like when the iPhone came out, nobody knew what to do with it. So you had like Instagram and Candy Crush. Or the fucking Fruit Ninja. And that's what people did. Like they Fruit Ninja'd, they Instagrammed, they Candy Crushed, or they YouTube, and then slowly more features were added to the phone, and more apps were added, more abstract ideologies. Now we got the whole world running on apps. So that's kind of how I think of pump fund when it comes to crypto. Crypto is going to be content, right? Social content is what is going to bring us to the mainstream, because people will socially want to come to crypto and reward themselves, right? There's no better reward than you producing something and getting paid for it, right? It's why you work your ass off at your job. That's why you work hard in crypto, right? You want a reward. So meme coins actually offer that stability for content creators to control the rewards. And if you do it right, you know, you've really launch padded yourself into this matrix. And that's why I'm like down with DGen, because I can see the vision, and they have the infra backing with X1 and Jack Levin, you know, supporting this. So yeah, it's like more factories are to come, but until then, DGen is the X1 launchpad. So it is the Trojan horse right now before, you know, Dex and all this other stuff that is, you know, going to come out. And it's the fun side, you know, it's like where you bring the coins to life, right? You know, when you look at meme coins, I've been in memes now for a long time. I've seen all types of memes, bro. Right. And that's why I'm like, yo, I'm so happy we spelled DGen, DGN, instead of like everybody's going to spell it DEGEN. So removing the E's was sex. That was for sure sex. But like this is your typical runner meme that they would call them. Number 8 on Solana. Let's look at the website. Will X1 also have a copy of other coins on it? No, it's not going to be like Postchain where they copy the state of Solana. But you can change the RPC of your website to match. Or I mean, you can just change your like the developer can change the website's RPC. So then that way they have two chains they support. But DGen is gonna bring DGen coin from Solana to X1. I don't know what Jason's plans are. If he plans on making it a bridge situation or if he plans on making a new coin. I mean, I kind of as the product starts to develop, I'm starting to just be like, maybe I gotta let it cook before I make a real decision on what do I like about it. Like which one, you know, like do you want it to be new coin, old coin? I think it just has to cook. But yeah, there won't be copies. There'll just be new chain, new blockchain. What's up, Face? Zen on X1. What do you mean? Another new Zen minted only on X1, or Zen already existed and transferred to X1 from other chains? It would be a brand new X1 Zen coin. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I have the files. Let me bring them up. Because this is where I'm at with the whole like the whole Zen thing and why like I'm into DGen right now. Like DGen speaks more to kind of like again like what's happening in real like in the real crypto world. Like in the real crypto world, or how do you say this? Like if we're racing cars, like you might show up to the race to watch the cars race. You might know the sponsors. You might know the drivers. But you don't know shit about attaching the turbo to the air filter, you know, or I don't even know if I said that right. See, I don't even know shit about that. But I know there's some shit I don't know because all I know is the outside objects that I can, you know, point out and know about, right? I don't know what the engine is doing. I don't know how the wheels spin as fast as they go. I don't understand the physics of why when the car turns, you know, it naturally, you know, lowers itself to the ground so it gets more rubber and traction to bust that turn. Like, I mean, I know why, but when I'm watching it, I don't know why. And that's kind of why, again, like in memes are the best platform because no one's coming into a meme to understand that shit. They're just coming to point at the cars and be at the race. Some of the memes, you can design them where they're literally there to get into a box and get wasted. How about that? It's someone's birthday. And that's kind of why, yeah, like X1 and Zen, they're two different things. I mean, X1 and EVM are two different things. So Zen on either or should be different. And this is kind of like, again, where I've already looked at this. So like the head-to-head comparison between the two, right? You have Ethereum, which is going to be gas-based, right? They get around 15 to 30 transactions per second, right? And on a layer 2, you're typically getting around 100 to 2,000 TPS. On Solana, computer-based gas, due to the gas not necessarily being random, it allows for a better structure, right? It's like squares versus like random puzzle pieces. Like Solana's like, oh, it's ladder squares, like, and then Ethereum's like, oh, we're on fucking Ninja Warrior. We're on Ninja Warrior. So yeah, like you can't really master everything because there's always some complexity you're gonna run into. And that's just EVM. So you get way higher TPS. This is already changing up the Zen concept because most of the fight that you have in Zen is because of the Ethereum cap. Some would say that that's valuable. I think that that is not valuable. I don't think people battling for finite material, essentially, like rare material, like Ethereum is rare material. And if you're just going to go and fight for it and die for it, like spend time and lose so much time fighting for what you know is capped, then so be it. But that's why I like Solana, and I think Solana Zen will prosper better because human beings don't want conflict. Like they like life. They want convenience versus conflict. So, you know, if you can fit more in the block and the cap is like way higher, again, it deletes a lot of that competition and that static noise that is just way too loud in EVM, that we're always in competition. I don't like that. That's from Bitcoin too. Like Bitcoin established that with the whole 50-50, or in my opinion, the 50-51 attack is bad for Bitcoin because now Bitcoin can only go up. Like it has to, everything has to stay protected. Like, and now they're really long into this narrative and they're wrapping up the Bitcoins in the fucking vaults and shit with the paper and shit. I'm like, man, shit's getting nuts over there, but whatever. Stability. It's good, but historical outage, lols. Excellent, no major outage. Oh, wow. Decentralization, moderate with 1,500 validators. High hardware. Ethereum seems to be more decentralized with 1 million validators with lower hardware. Development experience, complexity because of the CU optimization and the Rust. Whereas EVM is much more simple, as you can see. And then this one is where, again, you got to read between the lines because some people would see these three things here and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna still choose ETH because it's more decentralized. You know, it doesn't have much outages and it's simple, right? Like I want to be on something that people can build with. But this is where I think, again, Solana is kicking ass because of this feature, right? Scales with hardware. How do you scale Ethereum's gas-based model? They have to scale via sharding L2s, but limited mainnet, or mainnet is very limited, right? This is huge in the debate of like Zen, because this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing now with the fragmentation of sharding and layer 2s because we're learning that people don't give a fuck about layer 2s. So now we've invested thousands of dollars on layer 2s that nobody cares about. But nobody cares about the Zenians, right? We got to care about ourselves. We got to pump this ourselves. But we ain't going to do that shit. We're going to let time mature. So, again, time has to mature. That's the fucking mantra. But yeah, I've been led to this path because of OP Zen. OP Zen has so many guardrails on it that it teaches you that it doesn't really matter where you go in EVM. You're never going to get to the kernel. That's always going to be hot potatoed. That's not for you type shit. That's not for you. All right. And this is why, though, because because Ethereum can't scale using hardware, it drives this fragmentation of corporation. Because now everybody has their own little garden and everybody can put their walls up. And you don't have to really relay the information back to the layer one. You know, you could just use Ethereum security model, and then you're right into that Bitcoin 5150 thing where it's like, oh, we got to keep going up in price so we can secure all these networks. So who's going to buy it? Who's going to buy it? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It just does not sound like a longevity crypto plan. And why I'm so bullish on Solana when it comes to scaling with hardware, bullish on SVM when you can just turn up the fucking throttle because new processors came out. You can go and tell the fucking validators, drop that bitch into your setup because we're going to drop some new hardware tech. Man, yeah, that's that real nerd shit. Nerds been left Ethereum, bro. That shit is stressful. But that's why, again, X1 has to have XEND because it can be real. It can be a real currency at that point. I could see Solana, or I could see X1 XEND being the XEND on Coinbase, right? Like, that's kind of how I see it. Like, XEND, like CB XEND won't be advertised by Coinbase. Ethereum XEND won't be advertised by Coinbase unless the community can really get together and provide that lane or that vehicle. Or again, fair crypto, time matures, and they allow themselves to go back and take ownership of it. Like, you know, Steve Jobs coming back to Apple type shit. So time will mature. I think they'll do that towards the end of it when the AMP is lower. It would be smart for like the second wind of X1 chain to celebrate XEND's AMP going down. So I'm not counting out fair crypto coming back in like an eagle and really picking up, you know, XEND in 29, 30, 31, taking it on this crazy ass ride because again, we've elapsed the AMP. So it's like optimism XEND now, where if the believers believe, it could do anything it wants to do. Right. That's why, yeah, I'm not worried about ETH on XEND. I'm just worried about its life in the mainstream. It's starting to feel like mainstream will not allow this coin to shine because there's too much money in other things. And we live in a matrix where what you saw in Bitcoin will never happen again. You're more likely to see it happen on DGN in 10 days than you will ever see it happen in Bitcoin again. That is the hard fact, right? This has all been adding up to the fucking thing, dude. Why you want to find a DGen style meme? Because we just did Bitcoin in 11 days, right? Bitcoin is to be done. We're going to do it again. I think it's going to do it again and again. I think it'll flip at least until 10 million. Maybe it can get, it's really like $100 million project because it's a launch pad. And it's connected to X1 chain, and Jack Levin will talk about it, right? Jack Levin will put the fucking skull on if it's you know, popping, right? So all of that type of momentum is what gets the world into things. And if people are looking for a meme, the skull is actually is also very marketable. Like, I could see people from all around the world having meetups because they have a skull, and it really taking on that wind of electricity that NFTs have, right? NFTs do that. I haven't even shown NFTs over here yet because we chilling. Anyone into baby P.o.P? I don't know. What up, Josh? I'm just seeing you. My bad, bro. Okay, I have a serious community question for you. Why do you think there's so many there are not many XEND streamers, and how do we create the cult-like community for XEND? It's like people are scared to talk about it. Seems like it's missing from the community. Well, yeah, like people don't want to talk about XEND because it doesn't make them money, so they have to be quiet about it. And then the complexity part, you could be wrong talking about it. So a lot of people don't have the time to be wrong, right? So you won't see a lot of people talk about Zen ever. I think it's just like Bitcoin. People didn't talk about Bitcoin. They talked about blockchain. All these other tokens came out, and then people found Bitcoin because they were looking for the best blockchain. So people won't talk about Zen. They'll talk about its mechanics. And since no one understands how it works, technically there's no content to be driven. And that's where it's like, I wish there was more people that were high-fiving about the mint formula, but we can tell that no one cares about it. Like, they just want to burn their Zen for X1 chain. Again, a streamer would come in if they got paid. Every streamer you see is a paid actor. I'm the only one that's not fucking paid. I'm here because actually I'm unemployed. Like, that's the vibe. Like, how do you say this? I've positioned myself where crypto works for me, but like, I would love a job just so I have a W-2, you know? And that's kind of where it's like, oh, I've been fortunate to have a lot of time with Zen because I have had roles and unemployment in between the time it's existed. So I've been really close to how it's created, how it's been operating. You know, I've met Jack Levin, I've met Leo, I've met Zensu. Like, I'm 100% in with Zen. And I did that off of my free will. Like, I didn't just go out and wait for someone to pay me, right? Because I think the knowledge is more important. Because now we can run shows, right? We don't need influencers to really run the show anymore. And that's the real catch-22 here, right? Jack could have hired influencers to pump Zen. Instead, he let that community see how valuable it is for themselves. And now we ask these important questions, which is like, why aren't people talking about Zen? What is it about Zen that makes people cringe? Or why don't they have the words on top of my words to say more about it? You know, even when I listen to like some Zen spaces, I'm still waiting for like people to just dive the fuck in and, you know, bring the math, you know, to the conversation. But we're just not there yet. We're still in the mushroom phase, you know. You know, it's like, yo, do mushrooms and then read the white paper and they will speak to you type shit. That's where we are. Maybe when more capital comes in and you have people who are trying to get structurally rich, it will start to turn the other cheek. But we still have a lot of DGens in Zen. Like, they don't care about structure. They're trying to stay pseudo anonymous. Right. That's why I'm like, yo, you're not going to see big accounts talk about it either, because they're going to pay content. That's Zen's paid content. What I'm doing right now is a fucking community service. This is community service. What else, Avon? But, you know, I don't think of it like that, though. Like, I'm doing community service or anything. I just think of it like it's not fun if I do it by myself. Right. I have such a passion for crypto that I get it. If there's not 100 other people doing these moves, or sometimes like I'll lock my X account just so I can unfollow people who follow me that I don't follow, where it's like, oh, this is one way for me to get you off my fucking account. You're just hovering for the alpha so you can do the opposite of my move, right? And that's what we have in Zen world. We have a lot of extractors who sit quietly because that's what crypto was invented for, low key. It was invented for extraction. Like, that's another cold fact. Like, the original reason you got another meme coin was to get more Bitcoin. Never forget that shit. That is the number two rules that come from the classic crypto world. You only get into another coin to get more Bitcoin. Hold your Bitcoin for 10 years. Two things I heard in 2014 that I see every single fucking day, right? If we rewind time, let's go to July 19th, or here, the week of July 12th. What were our tops? Right, we had BTC at $300 10 years ago. XRP at 0.08. You had Litecoin at $5. You had this coin called Dash that's not around anymore. Lols. You had Dogecoin at 3 zeros and a 2. BitShares, which turned into EOS. See there, they died out. Purecoin, man, Purecoin, bro. Wow, that's actually kind of crazy to see this. So like you see Purecoin, if we were to go to historical snapshots, here, we'll get a little nerdy right now on the stream. I've been streaming for too long, but we'll get a little nerdy real quick. So we'll go back in time. That's why I like CoinMarketCap. If you don't know what this is, I'll drop it in the chat. So you can see this too. But we'll go back to the week of July 14th, 2013. This is like when, bruh, like, yeah, I should have been buying more Bitcoin here, but I was high as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I was so stoned. I was in my early 20s. I was stoned. All right. So don't be too stoned, especially if you're in your early 20s. Like, yeah, that's what life is all about. Get stoned as you possibly can and fall asleep. But yo, you might be missing Bitcoin, you know, at fucking $94 every wave. See, what's funny is I bought 2 Bitcoins at this time, but I didn't know how to store them. So I sold them instantly. I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to store this shit. People were putting them on USBs. But you had Bitcoin at $94. You had Litecoin at $2. There was no such thing as Ethereum. But the reason why I jumped here was because Purecoin was 16 cents. What the fuck is a Purecoin? And how in the fuck did Purecoin in a span of 2 years, right? Let's go to 2 years. Actually, let's go 1 year into it. So this is 2014, Purecoin number 5. $1 now. $1.14. Or $1.43. So in a year, it went from 16 cents to $1.43. Now 2015 comes around. There's still like no Ethereum. Nobody really knows what's going on. We got Purecoin. It's been pushed to number 7, right? And it fell off 60 cents. So what happened to Purecoin? Why did it die? How and why, you know, why couldn't it survive? Now we have Purecoin at 30 cents 10 years later. Perfect. Damn. Think this is the one. Actually, you should be looking at Purecoin. Anybody here want to sell me a discounted? What's up, Wavy? Wavy looking for a discounted DGN skull. He trying to get in at floor. If anybody got Wavy on a 0.5er DGN skull, he trying to pick it up. He trying to pick one up right now. Right now. So this is called PPC. That's funny. So Purecoin, what exactly is it? Right? Let's see if their website's still up. A sustainable crypto coin. Purecoin primer, lols. Purecoin primer is a short 5-part video that shows basic fundamentals of Purecoin. Okay, whatever. Purecoin first came online in 2012, making it one of the earliest pioneering blockchains. The key innovation of Purecoin is its invention of proof of stake, an alternate consensus protocol to Bitcoin's proof of work. Right. So in 2012, Purecoin, they came out with proof of stake, where essentially you drop a coin and you stake it. That's it. Right. But the thing was, didn't nobody want that? Really? That's how I think of it. Didn't nobody really want that? They wanted what Ethereum brought to the table, which was programmable blockchain, not just staking blockchain, right? That's only one layer of the VM. So they changed the VM from being peer-to-peer to being peer to blockchain so you can yield more rewards. One of the first ones to do that. And one of the crazy things I think about when I see Purecoin is how people pumped and dumped the fuck out of this thing. Look at this chart. Look at this chart, bro. It's at the bottom right now, right? It got as high in 2013 as 7. So what is the story here, really? Purecoin was a meme. It might have been serious to the people who invented it, but to the people who purchased it, it was a meme coin, right? It was a proof of stake vehicle that might be better than Ethereum. And as we can see, because time has matured, Pure Coin was not better than Ethereum. Its proof of stake, even to this day, is still not better than Ethereum, right? This was 100% an extraction event. People who talked about this coin got you in so you could pump it up and they could sell the top. So you can pump it up and they could sell the top. So they could do it one last time with the most ridiculous wick in 2021. 2021, they got one last little out of this bitch. That's funny. It hasn't pumped since because it's probably dead. But yeah, like looking at a historical thing, this is crypto. This is the nature of the space you believe in. People do not care about your ideology. They could give two fucks. They like meme coins and they're like pumping and dumping. Right? But you need a peer coin. You need a product to pump and dump. You can't just pump and dump. Those days might be over. They're not necessarily over, but people are really looking for the win, right? People like XENCAP because it was so connected to Zen and X1 that they went crazy and just pushed it all the way up to 3 million because they believed in it. Right now it's kind of struggling, but I think the reset is actually really good. Right, this is when we buy XENCAP. We preparing, we DCAing into XENCAP right now. That's what it's all about. Let everybody's emotions run wild because it's just a meme coin. It's just to get more Solana, right? It's just to get something else. You're lucky Jason has really thought about this, and your skulls are yield binding assets, right? They're yield binding. Like you totally can yield whatever they're going to give you to this, Damn, man, let's look at the activity. That's crazy. Yeah, people are buying these. Look at that. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, man, we got some cooking shit. We cooking. We got the memes from every angle. We got I didn't even get into the whole the whole meme thing because that's what's up next. Like the thing to do right now is to actually get DGN skulls to this top of this leaderboard. Right? Like we got to go and steal some people from the Utes. Well, you want a Ute or you want a DGN skull, right? So the Utes also have that's what I mean. We haven't really tapped in just yet into the Solana Ethereum or this Solana meme NFTs yet. Like we still got to get in here where we going head to head with some people trading all the time. Like this one looks like it's trading nonstop right now. Actually, this is actually something good to look at. What's the skull NFT floor? I think it said, what did it say? Oh, 1.6. So 1.7 Solana. What up, Earn It? What up, Earn It? What you earning, bro? What you earning? What up, though? Are we chilling? Pure coin? Hell no. Don't get into pure coin. I was just giving an example. Do not buy that coin. Please do not buy that coin. Sure, we will lower the floor for you. LOL. Leader says they're going to lower the floor. I'm going to miss out on many X1 projects, but DGN flew right under my radar. I'm hurt for real. Nah, you're in here, though. I mean, yeah, you could have gotten in before it flipped crazy because we went from 10K. You could have got in at 10K. Like they dropped the CA at 6,000, and a lot of people battled it out for a while. That's why right now it's really established because people who bought the skulls, they're making their money back now with the 1.7 because they got it at 0.5. So all of these ones are shoppable right now. I think you can shop and buy 10 of them. Like if you got 10 SOL, you should be able to buy 10 of them and then relist them at 2 SOL. Like all of these ones at 1. Like you should sweep the floor on the ones and then relist them for 3. right? And then that's how you start this market for NFTs, because we don't have that many. We only have 839 and only 12% are listed. So if more people started to see this, like, hey, I can sell my skull for 3 Solana, then I can go and buy 2 skulls, and then like now I got 2 for the one, right? Because you got maybe you like me, I have some rare ones, right? Like this one's pretty rare. Like I already know this one's rare. It's the bunny eared skull head. Like it's up, bro. This one is like 20. This is at least 20 Solana to make me budge. This one right here would be like, I'd probably sell for like 5 Solana because it's got the chain. And then this one I would sell for 2. Right? Because it's like a steampunk green hair, you know, green hair for the green candles is how I was thinking of it. So this is like a fun one for someone to just pick up and throw on. Like, I want to be part of the skulls. I got this for a good price. And that's kind of why I'm glad that, you know, my 3-pack, it's got flavors, right? It's got some flavors. Actually, look at right now, if you insta sell your Magic Eden will buy your shit from you right now for you make 0.8 on your skull if you sell it to Magic Eden. They'll sell it right into some offers. That's actually kind of crazy. I want the floor at 5x, at 5 soul. Yeah, it should be. So yeah, that's what I was trying to show real quick. So what we're missing right now is volume. Now here, if we go over here to this, this is a Magic Eden Solana. So these are all the you know, highest volume NFT projects, and there's still some stuff to do. We need to get regulated on here. Regulator. We don't have a check mark, so we need Jason to you know, go and pay the whatever we need to do to get super official over here. We need the super official check mark because we don't have that. So that's gonna kind of hold us back a little bit till we get it. So whatever they got to do, they need to do it. But yeah, you'll see here. These are all the ones, you know, they're whatever. To me, they're whatever because it's about being loud. And we have the Zinions. We have the Infra Bros. So they know how to do it right. They know how to use AI. They could work it up. And again, most of these are going to be flips from the classic look, which is the My Lady look. And they're going to be like this, like Gorbago, Lols. But you see here, look at 44,000 NFTs. So people do it like this because that's how they can trade them back and forth. You'll see here 9 minutes, 10 minutes, 45 minutes. So they have good trading volume. I don't know what the community's like. You could probably dive in deeper here. We can see their X. My BTC skull sold for 500 soul. Oh shit. Yeah, nah, skulls should turn into the new Bored Apes. That's for real. The DGN app has to go live, pull some folks in from Pump Fund. Yeah, if they did a DGN app, like an actual app, that shit would be fucking sick. Like that would actually be sick. Man, this one's got copyright infringement. Sesame Street gonna be all up on their ass. They can't win. This one can't win. I was thinking the only person that can come after us would be like, we kind of look like a Punisher. You know what I'm saying? It kind of looks like a Punisher. Damn, the pill, the Pump Fund pill. Yeah, I don't know what it's looking like, but again, what we need in our world is we need to get these NFTs trading, so we can get our volume up, and then we'll naturally come up to where people want to see us. And if they see our community, there's nothing stopping us from being expensive. So like, for instance, Mad Lads is part of the Solana Foundation. That's where DGN is to the X1 Foundation. So Mad Labs, see a Mad Lab collection by Backpack. Backpack makes the wallet that is open source. Like the only open source wallet in SVM is made by Backpack, right? So Mad Labs wallet, all, you know, tied in together. And what happens with Mad Labs? Mad Labs are going for 36. Looks like some people bought them for 80 Sol. Some for 6 Sol. Looks like when the floor must have went super low and then it's gone up. So you can see here 9 hours ago somebody bought one for 36. Someone bought these two for 34. Because that's what it turns into. And you can see this one has 9,000 NFTs, way more than what we got. We got only 800. We also got these here. What are this? Tayo Robotico or Robotics. It's kind of cool. 42 Sol or 41 Sol. Damn. Garbage bag go. Yeah, that's what that shit is. Garbage bag go. But that's what I mean, bro. I'm just trying to give you guys a little insight because, like, you probably don't go this far into like the meme sector, but this is all culture. Like, this is actually a badass fucking meme NFT. Like the skull with the horns. That shit is fire with the Solana visor, basically. Shit is hard as fuck. And that's what you want. Like, you want to have some spunk with your fucking NFT. Like, you want that shit to be sick. This actually looks like a very sick collection. I have no clue what it is. Let's tap in. Let's go to the website. Let's tap in. Recent sales, recent listings. Tayo Robotics was inquired by Soulport Tom in December 2021 from the original project owner. Since accusations, Tom has hired upward to 20 employees to push Tayo Tech products and rally the community. Okay. The website hasn't been updated since 23 though. Pilots Robotics. Ah, damn. So yeah, this one's an oldie. These are cool though. They look cool. But you see what they did? So they have like they've dropped already 3 collections. They did these pilots. Then it looks like they did these must have did really good, and that's why they said fuck it, we'll do the robotics. Cuz these ones look pretty crazy. They also have, it looks like here's the first collection. And this is why you don't want to fragment your collections too much. So I hope that like Jason understands that too. Like, he's doing the research to realize like it isn't about fragmentation of the collection, because that's really gonna you know, sometimes it hurts the project because then people don't know what to buy. They're like, which one should I get? But yeah, that's kind of like this look right here. How the hell do I change the look here? How do I change the look? Wait a second. Oh, right here. Oh, there's only a few of these for sale. These are cool too. Damn. These are cool. But that's what I mean. Like, when you make really cool NFTs, if you don't have like a vibrant community below, then it's only going to go so far. Like, you can only take it so far before, you know, you're looking for people to help you go further. And I don't know what their story is because I'm not in it, but it looks like they're still selling some of these for 30 ETH. I mean, granted, I see one. It's all one wallet though. It's 2 different wallets. So this is fabricated. wash it. They're wash trading it. That's actually what's happening. That's why it's in our face. Because that's what I was telling other people. It'll get to a point where the skulls can partner with third-party companies like Magic Eden. We could partner with them and we can get rewards like these diamond rewards, right? Like we could get rewards for people interacting with DGen on the platform, right? If we bring a lot of people through because DGen is making them bread. And that's why people will probably, you know, they'll wash, you know, maybe 100 Solana in a day here, buying up just like whatever NFTs just so they stay on the billboard, right? It's like paying for promotion almost is how I think of it. So yeah, we got to get up here. That's what we definitely got to do. Our volume is kind of too low, but let's see. We're like at like 4 Sol. I don't think we're going to pop up here because we don't have a check. Yeah. So until we get a check, so maybe you guys want to, you know, harass Jason and ask him to get the DGen check. Oopsies. If you type in DGen and then skull, right, it'll be right here. That's why we need to get a little check mark so it's easier for people to identify us. Harass them. Harass them. Harass them. LOL, no sales. That's funny. Everybody's just buying them. They're not selling them. So this is actually really good to see. Again, sales mean that people take the offer. And the offers right now are at 558 or 588. So when you see it like this, when you see no one's selling and everybody's buying, that really is an indication that like, yo, people, oh shit, this one's hard with the hair, with the fucking Pocahontas hair, nigga, damn. Bro, I be wearing my hair like this sometimes. Damn. Wish I had known. Wish I would have known. That one's hard. Yeah, we could talk about this shit all day. Cause yeah, this is some real DGen shit. Like this some real cryptocurrency. And are you here for it? Or are you just looking and observing? Right? If you're observing, you're missing the plot. Go observe CoinMarketCap. These coins don't move often. Ethereum is at $3,000 and I was like, yay. And then I still sold the ETH because I was like, man, I got like $5 off this gain. Like, fuck this gain. Still waiting for Solana to pop. But since Solana's not popping, I don't think we're twerking yet. I think Bitcoin needs to pull back to maybe 100K. And then we can start to see a rally and what is the altcoins. But, you know, we know what they are. They're the real coins. So we'll see a rally like in Solana and Ethereum, and I think that's what they're hovering for. They're hovering for the Bitcoin cool off, and that might happen on Wednesday. I'm expecting Bitcoin to like really pull back. Like I'm saying, like 100K pullback. So get ready. Hold on to your hats, people. Hold on to your hats. I wouldn't buy Bitcoin right now unless you're really playing the fucking DGen game. And I don't know what that means for like a DGen coin. I don't want to shake up anything, but if the main market starts to dump, I wouldn't be surprised to see DGen start to like dump a little bit until Solana, you know, becomes or starts to recover. If Solana starts to run, guys, like, yo, if Solana starts to go back to 250, expect every meme coin to surge on Solana. Because it's going to go to we're here to make more Solana. We're here to make more Solana. And the only way to make more Solana is to pump the memes so that people come and give it to you. So, yeah, I want to see Solana come back up here to 200 after it has a pullback with Bitcoin for a little bit. And again, I'm looking for 10 million market cap on DGen. I think that's actually the ceiling. I don't think it's here. I think this is slow cook because we don't have the external funds to pump it, and someone's gonna have to pump it, right? If you got in here, you know the potential this can do if it can start a rally, and I think that's why we're moving 100K a day, right? Best trading time frame for DGen, for the real DGens, is going to be the 15-minute. Look at the 15-minute. You'll notice every time it treads to the 200, it does break above with the right momentum. So that is the shakeout zone. So that's why, yo, don't be surprised to see it pull to the 200, dip a little below, right? Go down to like $570,000 market cap, maybe even like, you know, test 500 again, just to see if anybody's really here before it starts to march back to, you know, a million and so what. But it's a fucking meme coin. It can do anything it wants to do. All right. It can do anything it wants to do. You got to pay attention to it, or you got to get a bag and get some balls of steel so you can hodl along with this. Peace.